So Jonathan Majors was arrested for alleged assault, and now, despite multiple more allegations rising to the surface, his lawyer has come out and said, look, there's evidence actually proving that the actor is entirely innocent and expects the charges to be dropped imminently. So this is interesting for a few reasons, because not only do they allegedly have evidence of the alleged assault, but they also claim that the victim, the individual that has come out and made the claims initially, has recanted those claims. So this is interesting. Also, we'll dive into this as well. Apparently, the US Army had an ad campaign with Jonathan Majors. Who'd have thought it? Didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, they paused that. So Jonathan Majors, criminal defense lawyer, is speaking out and claiming that the Creed 3 actor is innocent and has evidence proving his innocence. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. And this is from Priya Chowdhury, his attorney, told Deadline in a statement. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. I should say innocently then. Anyway, so allegedly, Chowdhury says that the evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where this episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. So, yeah, quite interesting, because a few things to consider. Apparently, the individual was taken to hospital because of injuries, minor injuries, but then allegedly she was taken to hospital yesterday for an emotional crisis. So there is conflicting reports. Absolutely conflicting reports. Now, I never condemned Jonathan Majors in any of the videos I did. Some laughably stupid people claimed that, putting sociopath and abuser in a thumbnail means I was calling him that. No, it was a direct quote from further allegations. That's how headlines work, you utter imbecile. So, I never once condemned him. I always said, hey, look, this is interesting, there's conflicting here, this is quite surprising. Why haven't people come forward before? Blah, blah, blah. And now, obviously, we're getting further information, so I'm doing further content on it. But it is, it's still quite surprising. Because I wonder now what will happen with the individuals that made those other allegations. One's had already privated his Twitter where he made the allegations. So I wonder if that'll sort of come back and bite him on the arse. But anyway, all evidence proves that Mr. Majors is entirely innocent and did not assault her whatsoever, the lawyer added. Unfortunately, this incident came about because this woman was having an emotional crisis, for which she was taken to a hospital for yesterday. The NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. We expect these charges to be dropped soon. Majors, also the star of Marvel's Major Bomb, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, was arrested on Saturday, March 25th in New York City on charges that included assault, strangulation and harassment. But this is the initial statement that was made. A preliminary investigation. So apparently they did an investigation that a 33-year-old male was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female. And then there was this. The victim informed police she was assaulted. Officers placed a 33-year-old male into custody without incident. The victim sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed to an area hospital in stable condition. So this is the conflicting element here, right? Apparently, the victim did sustain minor injuries to her head and neck and was taken to a hospital. But now, apparently, she was having an emotional crisis for which she was taken to a hospital for yesterday. I mean, that is completely different. So, I don't know quite where the discrepancy is coming from. Whether that's the Deputy Commissioner of Public Information getting it wrong, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. And also, if you're doing a preliminary investigation, it's a little bit more than just, we're required to make an arrest, right? I don't know. That is a conflict. Absolutely. Conflicting evidence there. But yeah, allegedly, well, not allegedly, this has actually happened. Now, US Army has paused multi-million-dollar ad campaign featuring Jonathan Majors after his arrest. So the US Army has put on hold its new multi-million-dollar ad campaign featuring Jonathan Majors in the wake of the actor's Saturday arrest. This is hilarious for a few reasons, because why on earth are you... You know, people aren't joining up to the army because... Well, for many reasons, but primarily because... It's definitely not because actors are not in your ad campaigns. It's just a bizarre thing. So the ad campaign was paused Sunday after Majors, its featured actor, was arrested the day before, officials said. He was the on-screen narrator in the revived Be All You Can Be ads. And then we had this statement from the Army Enterprise Marketing Officer. It says, the US Army is aware of the arrest of Jonathan Majors, and we're deeply concerned by the allegations surrounding his arrest. Majors and a 30-year-old woman. Oh, we covered all this anyway. So yeah, and they say, look, while Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete. It makes sense, in fairness. I don't see any issue with that. But look, this will be very, very sort of fascinating to watch this unfold, right? Because allegedly there is video footage from the vehicle where apparently the episode took place, witness testimony from the driver, and then two. Why do you need two written statements from the woman recanting the allegations? That is the surprising stuff. Like, why do you need two? Secondly, why is there a conflict? You know, conflicting report from emotional crisis to sustaining minor injuries. Well, we shall wait and see, I guess. So look, there's no condemnation either way. Who knows at this point in time? But yeah, apparently there is evidence to say that he is absolutely fine. There's no issue. He didn't do anything. Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. But what do you guys think? Please do let me know down below. This will be a bit of a surprise. Just to kind of see where they go with this. But again, what do you actually think? What do you make of this? You know, I don't condone any of the sort of bigoted rhetoric that was coming through on some of the videos. I don't think that's right at all. You know, we can sort of remove those prejudices whilst we discuss this kind of incident. But in fairness, this is actually the best course of action, that the woman was lying, which I know sounds like an odd thing because I said this before, and people were like, what do you mean? Well, I'd sooner a woman be lying than a woman have been beaten. You know, that is the better course. They're two negative outcomes, of course, but one is a lesser of two evils, I believe, especially if justice is served anyway. So let me know what you think down below. Love to hear it. But this is the update. We will wait for further information. I'm sure it will literally come out in the next few days, maybe even today. There'll be further information on this, so await a video. But cheers, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Join the channel as a member or a Patreon. Support further. Get benefits. Take care.